Hey friends, Michelle Fernandez, your friend in real estate. So today I would like to go over some numbers with you that were brought to us by the Denver Metro Association of Realtors. So thank you, DMAR, for putting these numbers together. And okay, let's just kind of jump into this. I want to explain how this works. So at the beginning of every month, typically by the 4th of the month, DMAR collects the data from the prior month. So they took the numbers that closed out the month of December, and they kind of compiled and created these reports. So those of us that kind of keep up on the trends can report and educate our clients. And then when it says here on this chart behind me, month over month, these numbers are reflective. They're comparing the month of December to the month of November. So if you see an arrow going down or an arrow going up, they're just reflective of December closeout numbers in comparison to November. Okay. Okay, so let's start with the active inventory. You can see here that we have seen a declination of over 23%. So we closed out the month of December. Comparing it to November, we've seen a decline of active numbers, active inventory on the MLS. This does not include properties that are on like for sale by owners on Zillow or websites like that, because that's the black market. Okay. Um, so 4,757 properties that closed out the month of December. Just to kind of put things into perspective, in a healthy, normalized market in the month of December, we typically see over 12,000 homes on the market. So these numbers in 2022 in December are a third of what we're typically used to seeing in terms of inventory. The closed homes, we've also seen a declination of 11.26%. So 2,720 homes were actually closed. Okay. So a lot of buyers may have taken their home off of the market. Maybe they're going to wait until seller spring. There's a lot of different reasons why that number has decreased. This part is dedicated, especially for my friends that are waiting for the market to crash. I hate to report this, but numbers don't lie. The average close price, we've seen a declination of 2.69%. So what that means is, I have a lot of people that are, they're waiting to purchase, but they're waiting for the economy to crash. So as you can see, the prices have only gone down by 2.69%. And then also heading into 2023, there was a report that was just put out by the National Association of Realtors, and on a collective level, we're still expected to see a 1% appreciation nationally. Okay, so although we did see a pretty small declination in terms of what this dollar amount is, just almost 3%, not quite yet. It's not the market crash that some of you are waiting for. Okay, the median close price, this has also taken a decrease by 1.42%. So the median price at the end of the transaction, they've seen a decrease. So on average, $500,054,990,000 is the cost of those homes on a median level. Average days on market, 43. So that's an increase on just over 26%, so almost 26.5% in comparison to November. So homes are staying on the market a little bit longer, 24% longer than what we experienced in November. Again, in December, you have holidays. A lot of buyers kind of drop out, and this is also a great time for those buyers that are serious and fiercely hitting the market, because that's when you have more opportunity. You do have less inventory, but more because you have less buyers that are looking at the properties, you just have more opportunity. But unfortunately, those days on market have increased. There are, from a seller's position, there are things that you can do to kind of decrease that number, right? If you want to sell your property, and it's also going to depend on your situation. Are you pressed for time? Do you absolutely have to sell? There's going to be a lot of variables that are going to determine on what your strategy is going to be. Most sellers that have to sell, there's a reason they have to sell and they need to sell quickly. So if that is something that you are in the position of, you definitely want to consider pricing your home accurately the first time, because if you overprice your property, statistically, you're going to end up getting less for the home than you would have gotten if you would have priced it correctly initially. Okay, so are you decluttering the property? Are you staging the property? Staging is huge. If you're going to sell your house, stage your property. There's vendors that I work with. If you need to paint the interior or the exterior, they're willing to get paid at closing. Of course, there's specific terms that we would put in the contract to protect the vendors. And services like getting a professional house cleaning, ultimately depersonalizing and removing your presence from the property and making the home very appeasing to a buyer. You're going to have to put in some work. Homes are no longer selling themselves, so to speak, which we've heard many people say. So you have to put the work in. Buyers and sellers moving into 2023, you're going to have to really work together to put a deal together. With the interest rate increases, they're not expected to go down, although we're hoping for them to go under 6%. The Fed just announced when they meet together in January, they're expected to increase the Fed rate by 0.25%, which is going to affect the mortgage rates. I'm going to do a separate video on that and explaining the difference, but the increase of the Fed rate will eventually affect the mortgage rates. So yeah, if you have any questions, please reach out. Thank you so much for watching this video. I posted an extended version on my YouTube, which kind of goes over a lot more data. And we talk about, or I talk about 2023, some of the projected expectations, and just a lot of useful, valuable information. So reach out if you have any questions. You don't necessarily have to be in either Colorado or California. I can help you regardless of what state you're in. I can connect you with a professional. We'll jump on a phone call. We'll have an initial consultation, and I will vet and find a professional in whichever state you reside or whichever state you are looking to relocate. So reach out, Michelle Fernandez, your real estate resource. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.